Weapons, weapons, where be all the weapons? Well, right here, you bearded idiot. Along with Reign of Giants gear, and even Hamlet potentially, the list of available pokers, slashers, and bashers is long. But today, we're gonna focus solely on what lies within Shipwrecked. Some are completely worthless, while many are on the unique side. Let's get to it. Hey, remember these? Again, elephant cacti have their uses beyond what we'll discuss, but destroying them does in fact lead to our first showcase, the cactus spike. It has an incredible 5 uses and does a whopping 17 damage. So surely you'll be conquering the seas in no time. Honestly though, using them for cactus armor is really your best bet. We can go digging for treasure among X marks the spots at a chance for our next weapon, the peg leg. With 50 uses at 34 damage per, it's a spear but worse. So hooray for exclusive takes on weapons that are already kinda sucking for us, aren't they? Thank goodness these are on the rarer side though, but it'd be great if Woodleg's got a bonus from using these or something like that. Speaking of spears though, how about one with a little extra bite? Slap a venom gland atop of gear for a weapon that deals 34 damage, has 150 uses, and poisons your attackers. Mobs that are poisoned have their movement speed reduced by 25%, their damage reduced by 25%, and will also attack less frequently too. Unfortunately though, any food items dropped by poison mobs upon death will be half spoiled already, so you gotta be very wary about using this thing. But one can get one out of the slot machine or X marks the spots too. To continue, how about a little fire with your spear? As we literally just discussed the obsidian spear a day ago, here's the quick rundown. It boasts 375 uses, initially deals 51 damage, which is fine itself, but will swiftly climb an overall damage output to 102 per hit. Keep in mind though, the charge mechanic will be igniting most mobs during combat, so you gotta be very careful when using it too much. But know that you can obtain one via X marks the spots as well, so you don't have to travel to the volcano all the time. Now this is a true blade. You'll have to find a sorty fish out in the deeper waters, but combine the very easily obtainable golden twigs for a weapon that slices for 68 per at 150 uses total. It's a flippin' dark sword without any of the flippin' downsides, which is amazing. And as a unique perk, the cutlass deals an additional 34 damage to the spinny seal, making one of the best around for the fight and beyond. Oh, and blowing up majestic whales of any sort may lead to a free one too. It's very gross, but heck, very welcomed. However, there might be something better, but it lies below. You have to trawl net the deep ocean for a 1% chance for a weapon in question within the milder monsoon season. Check out the medium ocean and deep depths within hurricane season for a 1% and 1.4% chance respectively. And can do the same during dry season for very similar chances if you do so choose. But what we've been after is this, the Trident. At its base, it's the equivalent of the spear at 34 damage at 150 uses, but use the weapon on the water to immediately up the effectiveness to 102 per stab, making it by far the best overall weapon to use while fighting on the high seas. It's quite hard to get, but it will be totally worth it. Ranged weapons time, and there's a bloody lot of them. First up though, the exclusive poison dart. But if you're unaware of how to obtain jet feathers in Shipwrecked, you'll need to murder toucans on the beaches or cormorants in the shallow waters. Either one will work. Poison darts do 2 damage initially, but will do 1 to 2 damage every 10 seconds for a total of 2 minutes. Additionally, the poison effect will reduce the target's movement speed, overall damage, and attack frequency as we've discussed, so it's quite viable in combat. At least for starting a fight, that is. You should probably shoot one of these and switch to a better weapon. Plus, whale explosions can lead to some free poison darts along the way, which can be quite lovely. Here's something unique. The eye shot. Drops solely by mobs called flups within the swamps with a 25% chance. It's a dart that deals only 20 damage at its base, but will stun birds for 5 seconds, making it great for harvesting the live birdie friend. friends. Might not seem all that great, but imagine being a mighty wolf or a wig with their buffs and an easily obtainable collection of these things that will instead now deal kinda 40 plus damage each. It's both kinda useful and kinda terrible at the same time, and that's kind of impressive. Oh no. Here is the truly unique weapon, folks, the spear gun. It's literally a 4-in-1 ranged item that requires separate ammo. But what could it possibly be? Well, it's a spear gun, you numpty. So put a normal spear in it to deal 102 damage per shot, which is incredible already. It's just annoying that you're gonna have to keep picking up the thing and loading it every time you want to shoot it. But place a poison spear within it, though, to deal 102 damage once more, but also apply the very same poison effect that we have discussed twice prior, resulting in the same effects too. An obsidian spear gun will deal 152 damage at its base, but apply a full charge to the spear before firing it to up that to the crazy 204 damage per shot. Absolutely insane. Just be careful of the inevitable fires, though, that are going to come from that. And finally, if you're playing Wickfred, you can place her exclusive Battle Spear within one to deal 159.4 damage each. Lovely, lovely that is, and it's great fun too. Note that a single spear gun has 8 uses, and can also come from playing the slots, blowing up some stinky whale carcasses out on the waters, or digging through and up many X marks the spots along the way. But with all this talk of whales, we must discuss the legendary harpoon. Dropped by a white whale carcass or an X marks the spot, a harpoon is a unique, throwable ranged weapon that deals the incredible 200 damage each. You can pick them back up and you'll have 10 uses to maybe obliterate some beehives in a single shot, completely decimate water-based mobs from afar to remain safe along the way, or simply annoy any mob for days. It's flippin' good. May just need a couple more uses, but if you got the quick switch on your gear down, you're gonna be absolutely golden. But finally, the Cocoa Nade and Obsidian Cocoa Nade. One leads to another, but a normal Fruity Nade deals 250 damage per explosion with a relatively large blast radius, and can drop from a variety of sources across Shipwrecked, but do a cheeky upgrade at the Obsidian Workbench for a 340 damage nade with a much bigger radius that can only come from the Obsidian Workbench or X marks the spots alone, and bigger booms means a lot more death. But even for you, so be very careful out there, friends. Just some honorable mentions because I flippin' can. A fully charged Obsidian Axe deals 54.4 damage at 250 uses total, and an Obsidian Machete boasts 59.8 damage at fully charged with, again, 250 uses. They're not bad, but I really wouldn't go out of my way to use them as literal weapons. But there you have it, everyone. A quick run through the unique and various slicers and dicers that can be found and crafted within Shipwrecked. Keep in mind again that you still have access to every familiar weapon from other Don't Starve experiences. So if some of these don't appeal to you, then plenty options are still gonna be available. But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.